Hey, what's up, guys? King J coming to you live from hell once again. So, in my last video, I was talking about taste in music and in art and different things, and I was giving my opinion about taste and how there is no bad taste technically. Really, that's the perspective that I have. But once again, what is that? That's just my opinion, right? And a lot of times we have to always remind people that this is just our opinion, because sometimes we can't separate fact from opinion. So in this video, I want to talk about harsh truths, the harsh truths, right? I always see these things. I always see these videos about people saying, here's the harsh truth. What is something that you never realized until you were older? This is the harsh truth. And it's always like some sort of like negative bullshit, really. And it's this like, you're just sort of look, I've been jaded. I've lived like 20 years of my life as a jaded individual, right? And it really didn't get me anywhere. All it did was it kept affirming what I felt. So if I thought the world was bad and nobody ever was really going to like me or want me, that became my reality. Everything that I saw reflected that back to me. I didn't look at any of the people giving me compliments, enjoying me, wanting to have a deeper connection with me. I was only ever looking at the rejection or the criticisms, right? And that's the thing about criticism, is criticism can be beneficial. Criticism can be constructive. I was an art student. A lot of criticism really helped me become a better artist. It's true, right? But when we look at criticism and take it in a personal way, we get personal results. So we get angry. So when you realize that no criticism is personal, you should never take any criticism personal. And no personal criticism is personal either. Because if it's coming from someone else, then it's not about you. You know, that's about their perception of you or their perception of themselves, a relationship that they have with themselves. So you take everything with a grain of salt. You have to know you first and foremost. That's the most important thing. If you don't know yourself, you're going to let people give you your own self-image. Well, so-and-so told me this, so it must be true, right? So here's the harsh truth, is that nothing is true and everything is true at the same time. So whatever you believe becomes true. So I always notice that there's these ideas of like, all girls are the same, all boys are the same, this is all women want. And so when you have that perspective of like, oh yeah, all women want a guy with money, right? That is something that a lot of dudes feel is true. So when you go out into reality, that's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to notice is girls wanting dudes for their money. All girls are sluts. All dudes are players. What are you going to do when you go out into reality? That's all you're going to notice. That's all you're going to see. You're not going to see the girls who couldn't give a fuck if you'd had a dime or not. You're not going to see the dudes who are genuine and are like want to have a good time with you. You're going to be focused on everything that's going to affirm what you already believe. So when it comes to harsh truths, right? None of them are really that harsh. They're only harsh if you let them be. They're only harsh if you let negativity control your mindset. And that's the thing. Thinking is very different than believing. Because when you're thinking about something, right, you're almost playing with different thoughts. You could think about anything, right? So but your belief is when you manifest. So I could tell myself, man, I'm awesome. I'm cool. I'm this, I'm that. But I'll know if I'm trying to fool myself. I could fool everybody else around me, but I can't fool myself. I can try and I could try. And in my head, I'll be wondering, I'm saying these things. Why aren't I feeling it yet? The fact that I have to question it means that I'm not feeling it yet. Once you really feel it, you don't even need to question. You don't need to wonder, is it there? Is that feeling of like self-confidence there? Let me think. No, you would just feel it. It would be like noticing that the sky is blue. You know, that's how concrete it would be. So, and that's how concrete you need to be in your beliefs, right? If you feel that your beliefs are not serving you, and I think what happens a lot is our beliefs, they're connected to childhood. We form them at a very young age, and we never let go of that for as long as we're living. So we'll be living, 20 years with the same beliefs. We're not even aware that those are our beliefs, thinking, how could they change? That's what we really feel. That's our reality. There's nothing you can do about that. And you just sort of try and live within that construct that you created. But that's the thing, you created it. Your circumstances did not create it. And at a certain point, what our mind naturally does is it tries to protect us like an animal. It tries to protect us like a parent. You know what I mean? So if you felt like a lack of nurturing or a lack of safety growing up, it may be something traumatic happened to you. Your body's naturally trying to avoid everything that can hurt you. So that's why you don't take risks. That's why you're scared of messing things up. That's why you're scared of losing abandonment. You're losing friends, losing a relationship. You're so scared of that because you don't feel secure as yourself. So we think of insecurity as this thing of weakness, and it's like this hard shell that's protecting you, right? But it's not serving you. It's keeping you away, but it's not serving you. When the true strength comes from letting yourself out of that shell, literally breaking out of your shell, and feeling confident as yourself, not for anybody else other than you. Right? So if you want to stay safe and you want to stay comfortable, that is good. But if you're not happy, then that means it's not serving you. If you're happy in your safe, comfortable place and you don't have these thoughts of, but I wonder what else I could be, and this disappointment in you, then you're good. But if you do have that, which I feel a lot of people do, and I know it happened for me, is what you have to do is you have to see these harsh truths of reality and just realize that they're just bullshit. It's literally a fucking conspiracy theory. That's all it is. It's literally that an idea that is only true unless you make it true. And look, I'm not going to get crazy into it. I could talk about a lot of conspiracies, but I'll put this in the simplest way. When we live in a bubble, right, that's all we see is the things that are inside of our bubble. Right? So if you believe a particular conspiracy theory, right, and you truly believe it to your core, and then you see other people that believe it too, that only makes the belief grow stronger, and then it starts to become real. It actually affects reality. Next thing you know, people are storming the Capitol building, right? Let's just put it in that way. Beliefs turn, into something greater than themselves, even when they're not grounded in fact. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everything we're doing is a self-fulfilling prophecy. As soon as you have a belief inside of you, and it's going to start serving you negatively or positively. So in my frame of mind, I'm going to start to believe, hey, anything is possible. I could do anything. I don't need anything. I'm already perfect the way I am right now. So everything I do after that is an afterthought. It's fun. I already love myself. So now I feel free to love anybody. I feel free to receive love from anybody. I can enjoy time with my partner. I can enjoy time with my friends. I can enjoy time with my family because I don't feel attached to it. I don't feel like it's going to matter whether it's gone or not, because I know if everything was gone, I'd still have me, and that's all that matters. So these harsh truths only exist when you let them. And that's the craziest thing, because I would always hear harsh truths, and sometimes you realize, man, that sucks. I don't want to believe that. But because it's being spoken to you, you believe it. Does that make any sense? It doesn't. It really doesn't to me. Like, I couldn't give a shit if somebody told me that the world was ending tomorrow. I'd be like, okay, cool. And in the back of my head, I'd be like, well, I wonder if it really is, right? And then that's looping in my head. And then the next thing I know, every little thing I see is a sign of the world ending. And how many times has the world almost ended? How many times has the world ended? And yet we're still here, right? And I'm still breathing, and I'm still right here. And so how many times was I waiting for something to happen? And I was looking for every sign of it happening, and it never happened, right? And that's because I never actually believed anything would happen. I just wanted things to happen. I just knew, oh yeah, it's whatever. I just wanted a distraction. So these truths, they're a distraction from your own growth. These things that you believe, they're trying to protect you like a baby blanket, you know? And once you let that baby blanket go, you realize, whoa. The ghosts aren't getting me in my closet? The monsters under my bed, they're not going to kill me? What? I don't even have my baby blanket. That's so crazy, right? And that's life. Those are things that you attach when you're little and they don't go away. They come out in new forms, right? But once you let all that go, that's a new level of maturity because you're very aware of what you are and you're very aware of your situations and you're really not scared of anything because you realize that that fear only existed because of a limiting belief that you had. You thought something would happen and you were avoiding it. But because you believed it would happen, it happened anyway. That's why it happened. It didn't just so happen to also happen. It's not a coincidence. It happened because you believed it would happen. So if you're constantly thinking, oh man, I'm going to die today. What are you going to feel? You're going to feel paranoia, right? But still, somewhere in there, you believe, you know you're not going to die. But you can't get out of that. You can't get out of that mindset. So you're just going to be looking for any sign of something that can get you. When you break free from that, you just live and you really couldn't care about what happens. You enjoy whatever you get. Okay? You get everything you want because you want everything you get. Nothing's going to upset you. You're not surprised by anything. You're not like, I didn't want this. Or yeah, it's just like, oh, this is happening. Okay, cool. And you allow your reality to be what it is. So you have every right to not accept something happening in your reality. You can just be like, nah, I'm not gonna. You don't have to deny your reality. You just have to be like, I'm not gonna let that affect me. I'm not gonna let that bring my energy down. I'm not gonna let that make me sad. If I don't feel like being sad, I'm not gonna be sad. You feel your emotions and you let them go. Okay, I'm sad. I understand why I'm sad. I'm not going to stay in this. I don't feel like staying in this. I'll let that go. And you'll let that go because you'll already know you're safe. And it all also comes down to self-forgiveness. When you can forgive yourself, you can forgive anybody else in your life. And you realize that a lot of the times that somebody wronged you, it really wasn't about what they did. It's about what it did to you and what you felt because of it, right? So when you look at yourself and you think about things you regret or things you wish you could have done differently, and you forgive yourself for all that and you say, hey, it's fine, you did the best job you can do, and you truly believe that, you're going to notice that everything starts to shift in your favor. And you're going to notice that things that bothered you don't bother you anymore. Things that triggered you really don't trigger you anymore. And you can believe anything you want. And it's not a thought. It's you have to really eliminate your negative beliefs. It all comes down to your self-concept. And when you change your self-concept of positivity, light, acceptance, motivation, you become those things. It's not even work anymore. You just are. So if you have a lot of these things, whenever you hear someone say, you want to know the truth about this, or here's a hard truth, the hardest pill to swallow. You know what's the final red pill? The final red pill is that we create our own realities based off of what we believe our reality is. That's the final red pill. And you do, and here's the craziest part, is no matter what happens, it's all happening whether you're in control of it or not. It's all happening whether you're aware of it or not. So you might as well be aware of it and use it to your advantage and love yourself, be your own best friend. And I'm telling you, shit'll change your life for the better. So that's the harsh truth that I wanted to get to. It's not very harsh at all, is it? If there's anything you want me to talk about, let me know down in the comments below. If you like my videos, like and subscribe, tap the notification bell. Thank you for watching me, right? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.